Hello, welcome to Earth Mother Starchild. I'm Natasha Astara, and this is my painting podcast. Today I'm going to talk about my painting Divine Love Energy, which I painted in 2018 and is for sale on my art shop on my website. I create these podcasts to elucidate my concept embedded within each painting and to bring the consciousness of the work into the field so we can appreciate the gift that they are bringing into the world. I have found through working with artworks in galleries and as an art event organizer that this can be predominant sort of sense of deadness somehow in artworks, and that the way that people interact with the artwork is sort of feels lacking in some quality that I would say is important for creativity. My artworks hold living energy, and these are frequencies that they can emit into the world, which can be experienced by sensitive people or empathics and spiritual empaths, of which I am one, are able to say that they can have a good feeling when they stand in front of the paintings or they have them around. And because I believe they're experiencing the frequencies of energy around them. So I feel that as a spiritual empath, we are picking up on or sensitive to the information in the field around us, like highly attuned sensors, interpreting the information within our energy system and also the environment around us. So, as a spiritual artist, my artworks are not dense, dead forms as non living matter in the world. Um, Anyone who has shared a space with my artworks can feel the energy emitting from them and the harmony and upliftment that they provide to an environment. This painting that I'm going to talk about today is titled Divine Love Energy, and it's a large canvas and it measures 1 meter times 1 meter. The colours are pink and white. I've painted it with oil, and it has a presence of gentleness and a soothing quality. It can activate the heart chakra at the resonance of joy, which, if you are interested in the emotional frequency spectrum, joy is measured at 540 to 600, and which is slightly higher than love, which measures at 500 to 540. And for this reason, I think that this artwork is very soothing for the inner child and good for raising the vibration if you're having a healing crisis or um, just having it in your space to soothe your own inner child. So on the painting, the paintbrush strokes are upwards and from the sides of the canvas towards the corresponding side, which forms a kind of subtle diamond shape in the background. And this diamond design correlates with the diamond realms of my channeling guides that work with me when I was painting these frequencies. And I refer to this energy as 12th dimension, as this is how my energy guides describe them to me. They have a specific kind of feel and quality to them as I work with them, and this resonance is my experience when I connect with the paintings in my space. In this painting, my guides tell me that we are also utilizing the energy of the 7th dimension to harmonize and ground the higher energy. And this allows it to be more tangible in the world to those who are sensitive and have knowledge of this energy frequency in their being. So my guides also tell me that these paintings are created for specific owners who will be, coming into my space, my field, and drawn to connect and reconnect with their energy by having them in their space. So I trust that this is the case, and my experience is that clients who are attracted to my work often become my patrons, as it can be the first time they've been able to connect with their own star systems, their star energy, and soul frequencies by encountering my work. So the experience of that resonance helps my clients to activate, to realign, and also to birth many parts of their soul light that they were perhaps disconnected from or lay dormant within their energy field. I have witnessed clients go through a release, healing, and rebirth process, which has allowed them to move into a brighter, lighter kind of sense of their own being through being united with an artwork. It can be difficult to describe this experience to people as it is an individual and profound occurrence. And these works can also be a precursor to a spiritual awakening, as they are often called into the field of an individual when they are ready to expand into their truer sense of self and awaken any dormant part, which can include their talents and their abilities, their gifts. Um, and it's amazing how there can be such big shifts and changes that can also give birth to new energy in the physical, in their lives. So, my guides have described this painting to be one of the paintings I paint, which has a sort of light code within it. And my guides kind of describe it as a light code um, where the colors and shapes hold information for individuals to respond to. So, I wonder if art can be like that. If we can have an experience of awakening the senses and a key to life when we are introduced to artworks that speak to us on, a profound level. So we can feel like we are the only person in the room and we connect with a deeper experience than a mental acknowledgement. And we can have a heart engaging and emotional experience too. We can fully immerse in the field of the artwork, and it builds a bridge to a new place within us. And that place may be known or unknown, but it is an adventure in the creating where we are discovering different parts of ourselves. So, coming back to the painting, the colors of pink and white are important for my work because they represent the divine feminine to me, and that's how it's always presented to me when I connect with my divine feminine guides. So, historically, this comes from my earlier life when I was practicing meditation and acupuncture, and I experienced the presence of the goddess Kuan Yin in my meditations and the treatment room that I was working in when I was with my clients. And I would see rays of pink and white kind of light. Um, and I began to associate these colors and the frequencies that arrived with them to represent feminine love, healing, compassion, and light. And with also a very nurturing quality to it as well. And here on the painting, I've generously applied the white oil paint with large strokes of the paintbrush and a palette knife. And the pink is mixed in through small amounts of pigment streaked through the white layers. So the right side of the painting has deeper hues of pink pigment. And if you look carefully here, you can see the painting on my website. And if you look carefully, the right of center is and the lower half of the painting, you can actually see elemental beings dancing graciously on the work. So I notice that these beings can appear when I work with color. Sometimes they are not there when I first paint them, but sometimes they appear kind of days or weeks or months after. And it can be very unusual, that experience, but it definitely happens. I've had other people comment on it, so I know that it's not just me. So I have hung paintings in a new environment and been amazed to see the appearance of new shapes and forms. And it reminds me of crystals that I have when they change on the inside and they form new shapes and layers over time. And I have had clear quartz crystals become no longer clear due to the growing of new shapes, layers, and structures within them. And I feel this is because they are like living energy with a consciousness. And it makes sense to me that they would still be growing, changing, and evolving as I work with them. So, this is one of the reasons I acknowledge my paintings are a living energy. They are a living consciousness, and they have the ability to change because I've witnessed it. You can also look carefully at the surface of the painting here and see that there are strands of very light iridescent pink dancing lightly on the surface. And these strands are very fine and they're like the light frequencies of life and remind me of DNA and creative energy. My guides inform me that they are the forms of energy that bring with them life. And as I look at them, they do evoke a movement and brightness in my being, especially when the sun shines on them. So, this painting has a light, fast energy vibration. And I really feel that it would be wonderful hung in a child's room or a place which experiences a lot of movement, like a wall used in a hallway. So the energy of the painting is conducive to this sort of movement, and will bring a lot of lightness of being into the space, which will be helpful to sensitive residents. It represents divine love energy, and for this reason, it would be helpful for any inner child healing and reconnection, which is also why I feel my guides and my intuition is telling me that a child's room would be perfect. And particularly if they suffer from anxiety or feeling, just generally like the world is very harsh or feeling unsettled. There are many star children being born at this, on Earth at this time, very sensitive, awakened beings. And so when they are children, we need to find a way to protect and honor their sensitivity and hold those vibrational spaces for them. So, sensitivity is a gift. It really is. And if we can preserve this gift in a child as they transition to adulthood, then we really have ensured the holistic nature of gentleness and the senses hopefully arrive intact for well adjusted becoming of a well balanced adult. I hope wherever this painting does end up, it provides limitless love vibrations for the space and the people who enjoy it. So you can find this painting for sale in my art shop at www.earthmotherstarchild.co.uk. And this is the short description that comes with the painting already. And it says, Divine Love Energy. This painting came through with a very light, high frequency that felt like 12th and 7th dimensional energy, a small amount of sparkles and light, and that was harder for me to ground in the physical. And as I painted, I realized it was not about me grounding, but building a reflection in the physical to draw this energy in. The sparks of light are divine love energy, reminding us who we are by touching the soul light and igniting it. This painting has a very high, fast energy and would suit a child's play space, a room, or hallway with fast moving energy. It was painted in 2018 by myself, Natasha Astara, using oil paint on canvas, measuring 1 meter times 1 meter, and the painting is priced at £5,000, which includes free global shipping. And just so you know, my artwork is shipped unframed, but I'm also happy to arrange framing at extra cost if you would prefer not to do this yourself. So please contact me to make arrangements. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a beautiful day.